Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here with obviously your update. I mean, we're doing this more than once because there's just so many press conferences. Now, normally, again, I'd love to be doing 3 to 7 videos a day on separate topics, but this is the topic at hand because it is touching each and every one of our lives globally. Let's be honest. I mean, it's not just me here in the United States. It's not just you overseas. It's everybody. And that's why I'm focusing on this. Now, people are saying, well, why aren't you doing 3 to 7 videos a day on this? Because I'm watching all of these press conferences as much as I can so I can report to you the things the media is not focusing on. Okay? So before I go down the line and thumbs this video up, subscribe and share if you're new to the Burmis Brigade. Before I go down the line on some of the news stories and then through my Twitter feed, and we'll take all questions, comments down the line like we always do, and all super chats as they come up. Okay. Let's look at some of the stories and how the goalpost keeps moving and how this is going to be the forever enemy. The forever enemy. Okay, that's what I've been telling you. No matter what the result of this is, it can mutate, it can be a different virus, it can be a second wave. There's just so much here that is going on and very important to pay attention to. So what's been announced, what's happened with New York City? Oh, Jason, you said they'd be in martial law by now. Essentially, they are in martial law. So even though the National Guard has been publicly deployed everywhere, Federal Emergency Management Agency, you name it, right? They're now focusing on Washington State, California, and New York. Florida really hasn't been named yet, and one of the reasons is they don't have the infrastructure to lock down all those beaches and all those communities and states yet. They don't have it for New York State yet. And even in New York City, what you're seeing, again, is a slow rollout. So de Blasio gives the shelter-in-place order. You know, you can still exercise for 30 or 45 minutes or walk your dog. But, you know, Cuomo's been there, and people are playing basketball, and now we're going to have to enforce no basketball. Okay? 6 feet distance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're also shutting down streets in New York. Now, this is very, very key. Now, they're saying they're shutting down streets because they're not necessary. No, they're shutting down streets so that the military can move in and take those streets over that are going to be parallel to the ones that are running. And eventually the streets will be reopened, the grid, because it'll be a military takeover. And you get your placards for being a health worker, etc. for. Again, a slow rolling 1929 meets 1984 meets 9/11. Okay? And obviously, you can see, you know, the stock market not doing well today. I don't know how much they're going to be able to prop it back up by 3 or 4 p.m. I guess that's anybody's guess. But again, how many people's pensions have been gutted, over with, okay? And, you know, I haven't been right about everything. For instance, I didn't think that they were going to make delivery services and takeout essential services. But I guess for, you know, the stupid, dumb, fat, lazy Americans, as long as they can get their Domino's pizza, they think everything's okay. So, you know, now looking at how this has been handled here in the United States as opposed to other nations where, you know, they immediately locked out everything and that wasn't part of essential services. I'm seeing that, again, to ease the panic, one of the last things to go is going to be your pizzeria or your bar. Which, again, might be kind of smart to ease the panic because once you can't go to your liquor store, right, that's an essential service. You know, how upset are the alcoholics going to be? That'll be one of the last things to fall, it looks like, is a non-essential service. You know, the president talked about nationalizing things yesterday. All this has already been decided. And I think because he was caught off guard, you know, the Pompeos, all right, they all knew. The Gina Haspels, they all knew. The Predator class, they all knew. That's why these senators are getting busted for the insider trading, right? They're just minions of the people that are going to make out on this. So when you look at that and what essential services are, there are now lawsuits, and the New Jersey governor just got done with his press conference. I'm following that extremely closely, okay? And basically there are now lawsuits that are being filed that are saying, why aren't gun shops? Why aren't protecting yourself? Why isn't that an essential service, but delivery is? Doesn't make a lot of sense unless they want a docile, disarmed populace. And that's the deal. Yeah, no, I understand that bars are gone, Jennifer Snyder, but if you own a business where you can just pick stuff up, like a liquor store, or some bars are licensed to sell you things brown bag to go, they're open. I get it that the restaurants and bars, are there, but you still have access to alcohol. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they set up the infrastructure for the Walmarts, for the BJ's, for the Costco's, to be these mega centers for shopping. And for a little bit longer, you're going to be able to shop in New York State, just kind of on your own. Remember, we're sheltering in place, but once a week, go shopping. The more and more military that come on the scene, the more and more buildings that are retrofitted, the less and less you're going to see of that. And remember, Cuomo already mandated the law in New York State, not New York City, this is key, throughout the state, that every hospital now has to be 50% more capacity for beds, hopefully 100% more. So 100% would be doubling their capacity, aka if they had 2,000 beds, and that's a lot for a New York hospital, by the way. But say they had 2,000, they want them to have 4,000. He's mandated already they have 3,000. Do you understand that? So now, and again, we're going to take your questions in order, like we always do. We take super chats. I'm going to try to scroll all the way to the top. Don't worry. I'm sure I'm going to have to ban some people that are into fantasies, and I'm sorry about that. But this is real world news, okay? And that doesn't mean I believe all the things that they're putting out there, because we've had selective testing, selective reporting. You shouldn't trust the World Health Organization. You shouldn't trust the CDC. Obviously, Cuomo's trending all over because he's handling this well. And people aren't used to that candor and demeanor, especially in a situation where most people are panicking. Okay? So now, again, kind of to ease the panic, they weren't telling you that the majority of New York City's coronavirus cases are men between 18 and 49 years old. Now, remember when I was telling you that this seemed to affect military-age men? That doesn't mean these are the ones that are dying often. But again, because of the selective testing and the fact that we're not testing anybody that's asymptomatic or large swaths of the population so we can see who's infected, who's not infected, who's completely asymptomatic, etc., like South Korea did. North Korea also in the news over this. Trump extending a helping hand, saying he can help them. If you look at that, they've come up with a 0.6% fatality rate on this. Now, the WHO's numbers are all over the place. At some points, they're telling you 3.6. At some points, before it was really hitting the craze in America, they said up to 10% mortality rate. I'm not telling you what numbers to believe. I am telling you that the mainstream is already telling you there's 2 strains of this COVID-19, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, Jeremy Corbyn, he has a brother named Pierce. And it seems like Pierce is being pretty vocal about his thoughts on the fact that this could have been started by somebody like a Bill Gates or a George Soros. Now, if you know what I've been saying all those people that are talking about bioweapons and they're going, USA created it, or China created it, or Israel created it. Maybe they did in a bioweapons lab. Maybe it was in one of those places regulated by the state. That does not mean a true nation-state actor released this. Again, we live in a very, very interconnected world that I've been trying to explain now for well over a decade through my films, such as Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture, free on this channel. Thumbs this video up, by the way. Subscribe and share. Share this information with people. I think it's important. All right. Well, how dare Pierce Corbyn espouse such conspiracy theories? That maybe this is a consortium, a group, and not, a nation state. Now, again and again, they're patting you on the head. And not martial law. No. This isn't martial. What is it? You can soften the language all you want, but we're already here. We're already in it. It's not looming. It's here. Let me repeat that. It's not looming. It's here. And it may feel soft now, but whatever they're telling you to do, all right, and not enforcing now will be fully enforced very, very shortly. Once the infrastructure everywhere is in place. And there'll be varying degrees, as I've said, But you notice the Department of Defense keeps saying it's not martial law. The National Guard yesterday said it's not martial law. People don't like that term. Why? They've grown accustomed to it. Remember, it wasn't torture. It was an enhanced interrogation technique. Yeah. It was still waterboarding either way, guys. They can play with the language all they want. So while they're tongue-in-cheek in this, even one of their mainstream media mouthpieces, Newsweek, is, oh, by the way, we do have this whole plan. We do. Yeah, that's a real thing. Weird. All right? And again, we've got that first footage of military rolling in through New York City, but I've shown you footage in Stony Brook. I showed you yesterday pictures in Albany, New York, them setting up medical tents and facilities over at Crossgates Mall. That hasn't been announced by Cuomo yet. That's my point to this, is that it's moving a lot quicker than what they're telling you, right? I didn't hear him in his press conference once refer to a makeshift military hospital in Albany, New York. Did you? Am I missing something? Why? Because they continue to lie, deny, and then just lay things out because it's all scripted right now. And again, Cuomo, they're making him out to be a hero amongst heroes. Everybody loves Andrew. Well, look, I get it. He's got his daughter next to him. He's got a likable mafioso personality. But that doesn't mean, just because he's keeping everybody calm, that he's telling you the truth. This thing is they're literally telling you in increments of 12 and 24 hours, changing the goalpost again and again, moving it forward and forward and forward and forward and forward. So one of the things Trump did mention, I think it was like 750,000 hydrochloroquine tablets. This guy, and I'm not endorsing this stuff one way or the other, but he's saying this with, where is it? It's Z-Pack? Is that it? Zit? I don't want to mispronounce it. And I'm not a Daily Wire guy either. But look, I'd much rather have something like this. And again, I'm not saying you should take it. You might want to take your chances with the virus. This is going to be up to you. This is your body. But over a vaccine, I don't want to be injected with anything. I don't know about you guys. Talk about medical martial law. So now we have to move on to the prison system. And by the way, de Blasio just let another 200 people go. Man, I wish I had that one up there. Is that right there? No. But he did. He just let another 200 people go. De Blasio did, out of prison. We're in all sorts of... is that one over here? No, I guess not. Yes, there it is right there. 200 more inmates. This is today. All right? Prison riots are going to happen. The numbers at the jail, okay, are there... Again, and they haven't tested everybody. 29 inmates confirmed. 17 sick staffers right now. All right? They have 63 inmates that have been released, okay? And they got 58 being monitored. We got 200 going out. Harvey Weinstein, allegedly. And again, I don't know. I know that some people are like, this is the deep state takedown. Not the deep state takedown. I mean, if anything, who knows? In all this chaos, maybe he does get out of jail and change his face. Everything's on the table when you have that kind of money and power. And there's chaos everywhere. And everybody's just trying to protect their family and make a buck. But get ready. Because just like in Italy, the prison riots are coming. And Rikers, man, I mean, talk about panic if Rikers goes, guys. My goodness. All right, and see, just to show you the selective testing here, again, and I'm not saying the healthcare workers shouldn't be tested or hospital patients shouldn't be tested, but because we're not doing the type of testing where we might be able to ease the public's panic, and even those being tested, about 3/4 of them are testing negative. That's also very key. All right? 3/4 of the people tested are testing negative on the disease, virus, whatever. And I shouldn't call it a disease because it's not a disease, right? It is a virus. But when I keep hearing this, and now we're at war against it, and this is, warlike times. I mean, even Trump's telling you at war, unprecedented times. They're preparing you for this big event that's already in play. All right, with that being said, guys, thumbs us up, subscribe, and share. Let's start going to your questions and comments. Are you kidding me here? Of course. We're gonna have to add it in. See, these are the technical issues that we do here. That's all right. We'll do it live. We'll do the screens capture with a smart selection. Folks, this is how we do it. Bam. And there it is. Fake virus. Liverpool. Again, it doesn't really matter what you think about the virus. Rand Paul testing positive. He's in isolation. The ramifications are extremely real. Extremely real. And Mike Lee is in isolation, and Mike Lee is one of the people speaking out that they've already taken away too many liberties, and we can't allow them to take any more. I'm happy about that, but unfortunately, the Constitution and Bill of Rights are out the window right now. They truly are. And a lot of people don't realize that. And I'm not telling you to lay low. I'm just telling you what reality is. I'm telling you to prepare for what's coming and protect your family. All right, let's do it. You know what we didn't do? And we should do? Because, I started off with the forever boogeyman, and I think that's important. Okay? So let's go through my Twitter feed. And don't worry, I'm going to do the Event 201 stuff probably later today as well. So, I saw Iron Man 3 was trending, right? And I love Iron Man 3. I just want to point out that in Iron Man 3, the Mandarin, who was a really established villain and character in the Iron Man comic book series, gets thrown a loop, and he's really an actor playing a terrorist-type Bin Laden character to induce fear for a never-ending fake war on terror, for the military-industrial complex. A lot of people, just kind of like brush that off as a subplot because he wasn't the main villain, but I'm glad it's trending. I mean, that's interesting. Here we are. So, Beijing's leading doctor warns of a new coronavirus outbreak in China. So I keep hearing China has it under control. Everything's under control. I don't know that to be the case because they've lied about so much, right? And my point being is that they're going to use this as the forever boogeyman globally. Believe the hype. I saw that Bloody Elbow was attacking Tito Ortiz for questioning the coronavirus, right? I'm not even sure what his theories are. I just read what they said. I didn't watch his videos. But why are you wasting time on Tito Ortiz questioning the CDC, the WHO, world governments that have all lied to you? Why aren't you questioning them, Bloody Elbow? I get it, he's a mixed martial arts fighter. But in these times, what are we supposed to listen to? Are we supposed to listen to Daddy Cuomo? Huh? Mike Pompeo? Tony Fauci? I'm listening real close when they're telling me they're going to lock me in my home for 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 months. You bet. I'm listening real close when they're promoting a vaccine that's not available yet. I'm listening real close, all right, when they're going to allow human experimentation on another level. In fact, that's really important. I forgot to bring that up. Trump yesterday mentioned the Department of Energy. Okay, the Department of Energy. Why is the Department of Energy really important, other than the fact that, hey, we need power? Well, the Department of Energy actually did a lot of black ops underground testing of human beings through that Department of Energy at Area 51 and other places, of course. Go check out Annie Jacobson's work. In fact, when Clinton had to get up there and talk about all that human experimentation, such as the Tuskegee Airmen, which a lot of people are familiar with, but it's thick. Okay? Yeah, Department of Energy. So if you think that they're going to be they're going to test new drugs, Cuomo was talking about that over this thing, and they're not going to experiment big time on human beings, you bet they are. And you're not going to have any constitutional rights. That's gone. Right now, everybody was talking about, oh, you're crazy for wanting to have food for your family, Jason. Well, food rationing is being called for in France and Spain, 2 first world nations. You need to thumbs this video up, subscribe, share it with your family. If nothing else, follow me on Twitter and go share these things with your family, if they can't handle a video of this magnitude. Now, again, the fear is so induced. Remember, I said 3/4 test negative, that this is the line outside of Paramus, New Jersey, to get tested for the drive-through testing. That alone is frightening. Forget about the disease, or the virus, or whatever. Look at this. This is what fear and panic starts to look like. You can't imagine what it looks like when bank runs happen. And I can't even currently go to my bank, just so everybody understands that. It's by appointment only because of this coronavirus. And they're encouraging you. And remember, in some places, they're not even taking cash anymore because cash is dirty. And they're telling you that when you touch something, it can take 2 days for the coronavirus to die. It's that susceptible. Look at that. Look at that. That's the line to be tested for this thing. Okay? Nico House, I may not agree with everything he has to say. Did an interview with him a couple weeks back. By the way, I am going to have a Rockfin exclusive today, and I'll be talking more about that towards the end of this video. The U.S. has decided it's easier to deploy the National Guard to battle COVID-19 than to offer free testing and treatment, once again reaffirming our belief that literally every single problem can be solved by military force. So that's an insightful and very real comment, guys, and I'm with him on that. So let's continue on. Even Axios, the mainstream media now preparing you for how bad this is truly going to get. Now they're admitting, it's not just going to go away. Missing tons of stuff from Epstein. I'm going to try to do an update on that. This is Trump talking about nationalizing stuff. Here's some really odd shenanigans. This Arizona man stole dozens of test kits that can range for like $3,000 on the market from a health clinic. He acted as he was a pizza delivery guy, by the way. Let's see. Dana White says Khabib and Tony Ferguson is happening. Okay. That might be the one nick of joy for me in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, if he can make it happen. I don't know how he does it. It's going to have to be on an offshore island somewhere. Everybody knows that I've got quite the beef with Dana and the boys, for promoting a serial rapist, Conor McGregor. If you don't know about that, go check my channel out. That's 100%. I wish that it's crazy. I've gotten like 5,000 subscribers in the last week and a half. I wish it was for exposing someone like Conor McGregor or the work I did on Jeffrey Epstein for years and years and years that had my channel explode. And don't get me wrong, that's somewhat how we built the Burmese Brigade, along with hundreds, if not thousands of other topics, right? But I'm not happy that this is, where I'm already over 18,000 Twitter followers. I've gotten over 1,000 in a few days. I'm not happy about this. Okay? So let's listen to this. Let's see if we can play this on here. This is pretty interesting, huh?
And finally, a little bit about the National Guard. The federal government continues to take aggressive action and proactive steps to address the COVID-19 threat as we attack the health and safety, or protect the health and safety of the American people. It remains our top.
Attack the health and safety of protect the health and safety. We'll just leave that there. All right, now we're going to go to your stuff. Look at the Shizers, too, by the way. Kenneth Copeland's curing the virus right through your television and the Lord Jesus Christmas. And I'm not, again, if you're a Christian out there, if you're not, if you're religious in any other way, this is the time, I think, that you should be reaching out to that higher power and reaching out to your friends and family and embracing spirituality and meditation and calmness. And I think those are all positive things, right? I don't think that anything there is bad. I don't like guys like this taking advantage of people. I don't like obvious hucksters that, are adulterers of religion, in my opinion. So, that's there. All right, so let's do it. Let's hit it. Let's get your questions and comments in. Anything COVID-19 related. Hey, Jason, everyone in Chicago, where did he start? I just got the notice. I've been doing this 23 minutes now. 23-minute update. Keep up the good work. Hey, all. We'll do my best to ride out this stream. Got kid issues right now. Drufus, much love with you, brother. Just started. BS Leon, they're taking advantage, surely, but not fake. Look, the entire world isn't shutting down because every doctor's lying. Okay? And China didn't just, kill their own economy because everyone's lying. And again, when we have two different strains, we could be talking about two different things, right? I keep saying this, but why wouldn't one be the cover for the other? That's all. Is that something we can't discuss? Yes. The hysteria, the fear, that's all tough stuff. I'm not in love with it. In fact, I think people should go check out James Corbett's latest video where he's on the streets of Japan. I think it's not only insightful, but hilarious. And I love you, James, and I need stuff like this. But people should check that out, for sure. Okay? Let's continue on. Let's see. Thanks, Jason. Stay safe. You stay safe too. I just saw you making a bunch of great vids lately. Thank you, seriously. Really appreciate that. Thanks, Jason. My state, Michigan, is now under shelter in place, but many businesses are open as being essential, including auto repair shops. Correct. So auto repair shops, I'm hoping like veterinarians, for you dog owners, those hopefully are going to remain essential services. Gun shops should be essential services, but they're not. And again, in that, unhealthy, both physically and mentally, America mindset, McDonald's is open, and Burger King is open, and all the, and your pizza delivery guy is open. I guess those are going to be the last things to not be essential before you see a real full lockdown and enforcement. Because we're in soft martial law, let's be honest. Hey, Burns Brigade, hope everyone is well and hanging in there. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate that. Just let me know if you're getting my Twitter DMs. I am Jason. I am Drew. I need to follow you. I haven't followed you yet. So but I'm pretty sure you're not in my request thing anymore either. The forever enemy will kill the entire service industry, all of it. Yes, the service industry. Well, right now the service industry is like still hanging on to life. Let's see. Yes, never let a crisis go to waste. Okay, or UK is crazy. I believe that. Yeah, people arrested for gathering in Jersey. Oh yeah, Rahm Emanuel quote. A lot of people have used that quote, but yes, he did use that. And Mayor of Chicago, I believe, at the time. Listen now, this is key. Social conditioning on a frightening scale. Commie NWO takeover. Jason's stream does not even show up. Oh, we just jumped. Wow. Okay. But let's see what the super chat is. We're taking all super chats. Oh, we just got a Joey Jojo Jr. Joey Jojo, come back! Little Simpsons humor there. Huh? We can all still laugh. Right? All right. Let's see. Jason, okay. I'm hoping the heat beats up the coronavirus. It's supposed to be 90 degrees 2 times this week. Is it American prisoner? Because I've got an ice storm going on outside of my upstate New York home. Just so everybody understands. Go check it out. Otsego County. Place to be. The shop I own is a plaza with a Domino's Pizza, which is open, of course. Yep. I mean, Scott, take it for what it's worth. Before everybody starts on the bank runs and realizes their money isn't worth dick, and the military's all around, do as much business as you can, brother. That's how I feel about it. Bars gone in the UK. Again, bars are gone here, but the liquor store across my house is open. Okay, right next to all the convenience stores are still open. They're all essential, but eventually those will get locked down. There will only be certain ones that are allowed to be open because they keep talking about community spread and all that other stuff, but when you're talking about other states, they're talking about, oh, we're actually following people and we're following up. That was all bull. Community spread's been here since January, like throughout the nation. Some places were worse than others. I've been looking at parallels between now and 100 years ago when they released the Spanish flu on the people, the start of WW1. Deja vu. Yeah, history does seem to repeat itself often, doesn't it? Bars are always closed in Oregon. Bars gone in Ohio. Again, whatever you saw in New York, I want to make this very, very clear to people, you're going to see here. You're going to see here. Do you believe they will get to the bottom of who designed this fire? Do we ever prosecute those really behind 9/11? I wish I was more optimistic. Watch those. You're right. The World Bank, Davos, the World Economic Forum, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the World Health Organization. Nothing to see here. Johns Hopkins. October 2019, coronavirus infection. Nothing to see. Live tabletop exercise. Give me a break. Give me a break, ski. All right. Let's see. In the UK, new coronavirus law put through Parliament tonight will become law by Thursday morning. The British public will be in for a shock. I believe it. At this point, who doesn't have one? Everyone I have been to in Arizona is almost out, which means everyone has bought them. What's up, Burmese Brigade? How you doing, Nog? Oh, that was a big jump, huh? Let's see what we got at the top of this bad boy now. Wow. That's a lot. Not going to let me all the way back. Okay, so there's the Domino's stuff. UK government's thinking of banning alcohol and all pubs and restaurants. Oh, that's happening for sure. Whoa, we're all over the place. Our fearless Michigan governor has just mandated a stay-at-home order effective at midnight tonight. Yes. Again, soft martial law will be first. And it's not martial law, it's shelter in place. It's not martial law, it's shelter in place. Gun shops make food. Now you should definitely be serving. It's too bad you need licenses to serve burgers out of gun shops. Global governance, disarmament, forced vaccines. These seem to be some of the main goals here. It certainly does seem that way, doesn't it? It's what's being pushed upon. People are still telling me that in 14 days or so, everything will be going back to normal. No, they won't. I mean, go watch the Cuomo stuff. He's telling you outright. 2, 3, 4, 6, 9 months. We don't know. We don't know. And again, New York's going to be hit harder than other places, but gear up. Yep, I'm in Albany, New York, and military vehicles have been seen up near Crossgates Mall. Yes, I showed pictures of them yesterday. Okay, that is real. But again, why isn't Cuomo talking about that? Because it's a slow, scripted rollout on what's really happening. All the decisions have been made. You notice that now Trump and Cuomo are stroking each other's egos too? They're working together because they know how hard this one's going to be hit in New York City. People are in for the shock of a lifetime. I know, yes, people are volunteering already to help the tested vaccines. That's the fear inducement. You're not injecting me with anything. They've changed lax in some places, allowing delivery or beer and alcohol, curb pickup, breweries, etc. Yep, which is interesting. Again, the opiates for the masses, the Big Macs, the beer, the burgers, the pizza. Last things to go, apparently, in America. That's how they differed their model from the European model. Okay? That's how grown up we are here. But the other aspect of that is, though, we do have a very, very large, food service industry here, as opposed to other nations. Because, again, we eat out all the time. We have an abundance, or had an abundance of food here. Remember, when they're talking about rations in France and Spain, don't think it can't happen here. Let's see. They should begin utilizing all of the cruise ships as temporary hospitals since they are not being used at the moment. They already are, Scott. We've got now the Mercy, and I can't remember what the other one is. There's a second one coming on the coast of New York. So that's already happening. That's already part of it. Let's see. Marines just announced U.S. going into war with China, except it's probably not U.S. versus China. No, they did not. Marines aren't going to war with China. Get out of here. That's ridiculous. China. Oh, I mean, are you on some kind of crazy message board? Let's see. Yeah, no. Again, just so everybody knows, it would be headlines everywhere. That's just ridiculous. No. Oh my God, Crossgates Mall. I remember that. I'm originally from Niskayuna. Yep, Crossgates Mall. Big place to do it in. Remember, they already took the Javits Center. Jason, you were right. They were going to make people beg for the vaccine. Yes. I'm not a big fan of hers, but what else can she do? People who don't believe this is real obviously don't believe bioweapons exist. Yeah, they're very uneducated. Go look into Lyme's disease, and even our government now having people want investigations into the fact that Lyme's disease was created in a biolab. Okay? Look at the anthrax attacks after 9/11. See where they were traced back to. Biological warfare is a very real thing. Edward Bernays would be creaming his pants right now at this global world takeover. Yes, he would be. Please enable subtitles. Subtitles are enabled after the fact, guys. They don't do subtitles now because I'm live streaming. I don't have the time to go through all of my work and manually sub them. So yes, subtitles are available after the video processes. I'm sorry about that. I wish that I could go live and you could see subtitles. I don't have anything for that right now. Would the internet crash or be shut down if they locked down nationally? Who knows? Again, that's going to be infrastructure. But they've already talked about internet censorship and they've war-gamed it with Event 201, etc. Are they going to close the grocery stores in New York City eventually? If so, how are people going to get food? Will the military give us MREs? No, that's not what they'll do. They'll take the model of other first world nations where they'll nationalize them to an extent, and they'll have the military and the police outside. And after they really restrict your travel and you can't just leave your house when you want. You will get a something in the mail that or email that you'll have to print out or show on your phone, and they'll scan a barcode, and you'll be able to go to the store. And and you'll have to social distance, and you'll be able to grab whatever they have. Remember, Amazon already working on medical supplies and other types of goods. I don't have a crystal ball, but I doubt we're going to be eating MREs. Maybe in the worst of the worst places, but that's way far down the line. It depends on where you are. Italy is at almost a 10% death rate. But again, how many people have it that haven't been tested there? These are the new Spanish flu bioweapon, in my opinion. Scott Bailey, Carnival Cruise has already volunteered the ships as hospitals, etc. Yes, WHO is hopefully going to be defunct after this. No. The WHO is only going to be empowered by this. China's only going to be empowered by this. They're the global model. Again, what are you talking about? I wish that were the case, that they would be exposed as the criminals they are, as the mouthpieces of the predator class that they are, but no. She can stop blaming the Fed and start doing the job we elected her to do. Each state is unique and needs to govern itself. Let's see. Spain is getting hit hard too. Yes, it is. Yeah, I've seen some of the videos out of the hospitals in Spain. They're tough to watch. Is anyone feeling like their cellular service has been throttled over the last couple weeks? I don't know about that, but I got basically an email saying they would just give me unlimited whatever for free if I wanted it. A lot of free stuff coming in emails over here in New York. Hey, Jason, YouTube is not showing you live. I had to search for your channel, and I'm subscribed. Tisk, tisk. Shocking! It's shocking that YouTube would censor Jason Burmis on a level where there are no suggested Jason Burmis' videos. Like, play next. It's going to be whatever, political party they think that you side with. So if they think you're a little bit left, you might get an MSNBC video. Huh? A little Rachel Maddow, maybe some Hayes, right? Some real bootlickers, right? That's what you'll get. Or if they think you're right-leaning, you might get a little Hannity. Maybe some Dobbs. I don't know. But you don't get Jason Burmis, that's for sure. Let's see. Mortality rate goes up as hospitals get overrun as staff and devices all in use. Very, very true. Red Dawn 1. Let's see. What else do we got here? That's great at Timothy knew it. Props to them. How did I forget the name population reduction in the NWO goals list? Please watch Cliff High's latest video. I'm not sure who Cliff High is, although maybe I have seen some of those videos. It seems a little familiar. A world of tighter top-down government control and more authoritarian leadership with limited innovation and growing citizen pushback. Event 201. Serious Lay says, exactly, Jason. Like and share. By the way, thumbs this video up, subscribe, share if you are new to the Burmis Brigade. Slow Boiling Frog, totally agree. Let's see. It's getting hot now. Bill just lost. No corporate bailouts. Hashtag kick out Corona. I'm in and out of the chat. Thanks, Drufus. Seek hearing. This isn't real. Wake up. Babies perish first. Actually, babies seem to be fine. That's the other thing that makes this look like a bio weapon, is that children and babies, even if they get infected, they seem to recover. Huh. They won't call it martial law. They will use a nice euphemistic term. Yeah, shelter in place. That's the nice little term, the pat you on the head place. Oh, I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys, unless I see any super chats that I missed as I scroll through. Thumbs us up, subscribe, share. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, we did that one. Like I said, if you can support me, guys, I have I'm doing it as much as I can over here. I'm going to do a full video on this Eurovision performance that I actually was like 10 months ago, but I think it needs to be revisited. That's going to be on Rockfin exclusively. So for all you Rockfin people upset I haven't done any exclusives or put stuff up over there that isn't on my regular page, you're going to get an exclusive today. And I want to thank all those that support me via Rockfin. Also, my GoFundMe, I'd love to hit the goal. That'd be nice. I mean, we're on the 23rd already, but who knows what my bank account's going to look like in a week, or anybody's. So $5, $10, $15, big donors. I'm giving you the truth as I see it. No spin, no left-right nonsense, no pandering, no fear-mongering, just everything I think that's important. So I want to thank you guys for coming out for this one, for the update. We're going to continue on. We're going to continue with the Event 201 watch along with the third part of that series. Yes, we have 4 videos, but we've broken each part into 2 videos. I think that's a smart move. So guys, love you. See you on the flip.